Welcome back to my last episode of Wizards and Battles. I'm going to talk to you about how to maneuver hordes and then how to make the players feel really valuable in this fight. So what you do is you assign the players a formation, and so the players will have all of the troops and units inside of this formation, and then of course you will control all of the adversary formations on the battlefield. So let's do movement. So let's say these are humans. They have a normal movement of 30 feet. So on the battlefield, you would divide 30 by 5, which is 6. That's 6 movement points. And if these are elves, they would have 6 or 7, depending on what type of elf they are. 30 or 35-foot movement. So what you do is you have the player simply move the central piece. 1, turning 45 degrees is another one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would be 6 points of movement. And all you do is move everything else up. So that way it fits right back on that grid square, and then you can clearly see where the front and the sides of the unit are. Now for things like flanking units and being positively engaged, if this unit turns and stops here, this unit will be positively engaged and must immediately face forward because they are the actual moving and advancing troops. And in which case you cannot get a flank attack because this unit moved in too close, so this unit could not get by. That's a good strategy. But supposing that they did not, flanking would be everything 90 degrees and more. So this would be a flanking unit, but this would also be a flanking unit, 90 degrees or more. And then for envelopment, you would actually need to shore up on the enemy's back. So this is enveloped, and even this is enveloped because the contact is on the rear of the enemy formation. Now when you get into other units like cavalry usually wind up taking up more squares and have fewer forces. So outnumber bonuses really start to negatively impact cavalry as they charge and attack the enemy formation. And when I talk about elements like surprise could be everything from, hey, this is an ambush, to the enemy didn't know that you had moved your artillery there. So for that first round of combat, while the enemy is trying to figure out what's going on, you have surprise from that artillery. And the more you make the enemy break, the more you may actually maintain that level of surprise. Of course, talk with your GM about the effects of that artillery showing up there and why you should actually maintain that surprise round after round. And as always, thank you for watching the whole series. Please comment if you have any questions and like and subscribe. Thanks you all for watching.